Hello teachers, learners, and parents. Sir Jeff po, at your service. Alam nyo ba na meron tayong website na tinatawag na DepEd Commons? Ang DepEd Commons ay binuo upang gawing accessible ang pagtuturo at pag-aaral dito sa ating bansa gamit lamang ang inyong mga smart devices gaya ng cellphones, tablets, at computers. Dito ay maaari nating ma-access ang iba't ibang learning materials mula sa Department of Education. Meron itong mga interactive materials, electronic self-learning modules, at instructional video lessons mula sa DepEd TV na tiyak na makatutulong sa pag-aaral ng mga mag-aaral galing ka man sa public o private school. Walang problema dahil welcome ang lahat dito. Para ito sa mga guro, magulang at mga mag-aaral mula sa kinder hanggang grade 12, alternative learning system o ALS, at pati na rin ang special education. At huwag kang mag-alala dahil kahit walang load ay maaari mong ma-access ang mga learning materials. Tama! Libre ito. Ang kailangan mo lamang gawin ay i-on ang iyong data at buksan lamang ang iyong browser at i-type ang commons.deped.gov.ph. Alam na ba ng iyong mga kasamahang guro o mag-aral ang tungkol sa DepEd Commons? I-share mo na ang video na ito upang matuto rin sila kung paano gagamitin ang DepEd Commons sa mabilis at napakadaling paraan. Muli, ito po si Sir Jeff at kita-kits po tayo sa DepEd Commons. Paalam!
Magandang araw! Sir Wilbur po, at your service. Narito ang ETUlay upang gabayan ka sa inyong pag-aaral upang lubos na maunawaan ang iba't ibang paksa o subject. Ang ETUlay ay isang free online tutorial class na pinangungunahan ng DepEd Educational Technology Unit sa pamumuno ni Undersecretary Elaine Del B. Pascua. Ang programang ito ay hindi lamang para sa mga bata, kundi ito rin ay magsisilbing gabay sa mga magulang at mga guro kung paano nila ituturo o gagabayan sa bawat asignatura ang kanilang mga anak o mga estudyante. Sa kasalukuyan, ang self-learning module mula sa rehiyon ng Calabarzon at kilala sa tawag na Pivot ang ginagamit sa ating ETUlay online class. Kaya ano pang hinihintay ninyo? Ihanda na ang inyong mga ballpen o lapis, papel o kwaderno at samahan kaming itulay ang pagkatuto para sa bawat batang Pilipino. Sama-sama tayong magtutulungan para malampasan ang mga hamon sa panahong ito. Halina't matuto kasama ang inyong online tutor sa oras na ito.
Ayan, so repeat lang tayo. I am Tutor Tony or Sir Tony, your online tutor for the subject Senior High School Earth and Life Science. So, kamusta kayo? So, I think most of us init na init sa ating weather, di ba? So, let's make this afternoon a worthwhile. Gawin nating makabuluhan. Itulayin natin ang pagkatuto by watching our online tutorial session for today. So, ngayon, mag-start na tayo ng ating Quarter 3, Week 1. But actually, for senior high school learners, they are starting the second semester already. Okay, and subject Earth and Life Science is actually offered sa first sem or sa second sem ng mga schools. So pwede siyang quarter 1 or quarter 3 ina-offer. So we'll be starting quarter 3 week 1, which is the origin and structure of the Earth. So ayan po. And just a gentle reminder, sa mga parents po natin, no, we are actually using the Earth and Life Science modules provided by Region 4A, Calabarzon, the PBOT module. Ito rin yung mga naka-download natin or naka-upload sa DepEd Commons po natin. So for today, medyo tatlong modules yung di-discuss natin. So quarter 1, module 1, Planet Earth, quarter 1, module 2, the subsystem, and quarter 1, module 3, the minerals. So let's get started. Ayan. So before mag-start tayo formally pala, so I just wanted to have an overview of ano ba yung inaaral natin for Earth and Life Science. So Earth at saka Life. Alright, so we have, actually it's a combination of Earth Science and Biology. Okay, so first quarter, Earth Science tayo, and then the next quarter, we'll be dealing with Biology. Okay? Alright, so it also presents the history of the Earth through geologic times, yung mga mahilig dyan sa evolution. Ayan, we'll be tracing the roots, kung paano ba nag-evolve yung mga organisms, kung ano ba yung mga conditions about a particular period, kung paano nag-flourish yung life. And also, since we're having Earth Science, syempre, di-discuss natin ang structure, composition, at saka mga processes na nangyayari sa planet Earth. And as you can see in the picture, isa rin sa kagandahan ng subject na ito, no? So it discusses issues, concerns, and problems pertaining to the natural hazards. Dinidiscuss natin yan. So sa Pilipinas, diba, we are experiencing a lot of natural hazards or disasters. So ano ba yung mga dapat gawin during those times or before those events happen? Pag-aaralan din natin yan. And sa biology part, ayan, so pag-aaral natin yung mga basic principles at saka mga processes na nag-encompass sa biology. So pwedeng plant bio yan, animal, or sa ating mga humans. And of course, we'll be dealing with the different life processes at interactions. So for biology, ang mga topics natin would be the human anatomy and physiology, paano ba nag-work yung mga body systems natin. We'll be talking about the cells in particular, ecosystems, and mga genetic technologies. All right? So, ang tanong, are you ready? Okay, so I hope everybody's ready. So, you have your pen and paper. So, parang sa classroom lang tayo, no? So, make sure that you have your pen and paper ready para makapag-jot down kayo ng notes. Or kung medyo techie kayo, you can do screenshots. All right? Learning modules ready? Check. And of course, very important, hinihingi ko, request ko, presence of mind and presence of heart. Okay? So we're not just learning here academically. So mamaya, ano ba yung values na matutunan, mag-get natin sa mga lessons natin. And of course, I want you to interact with me via Facebook Live or YouTube Live sessions natin. Comment nyo lang yung mga sagot. Mamaya may pa-games tayo. As well as different activities. Comment nyo lang yung answer. Tapos pwede nyo include yung name ng school ninyo para ma-shout out ko kayo later on. Okay? So let's begin. So here are our objectives. So first is, we have to recognize the uniqueness of Earth, being the only planet in the solar system with properties necessary to support life. So bakit nga ba sa solar system natin, Earth lang ang may nakakapag-handle or nakakapag-provide ng buhay. Hindi pwede sa Venus, sa Mercury, sa Mars, or other planets. We'll discuss that one later. And of course, explain that the Earth consists of 4 subsystems, naalala niyo pa ba yan? Across whose boundaries, matter and energy flow. And finally, bibilisan natin yung discussion lang. Medyo kasi to medyo tedious yung discussion dito. Although, I'll let you see real pictures of minerals. So we'll be identifying common rock-forming minerals using their physical and chemical properties. Alright, so 3 objectives. Let's begin. So objective number 1 is Earth, the living planet. Ayan, so shout out tayo sa mga nanonood muna dyan. From Pampanga, I can see from Pampanga, from Cotabato. Good afternoon po sa inyong lahat. So you are watching the tutorial session for Senior High School Earth and Life Science. Right, let's begin. So, yeah, so we have the picture of planet Earth here. Kita nyo ba ang Pilipinas? Natin nyo ang Philippines, nasan ba? And naka-pronta kasi dito is India. Alright, so Philippines nandun sa bandang right. Alright, so Earth is considered as a home of simple, single-celled organisms from the simplest to the most complex, including us humans. And it is undeniable that the planet we live in is a rare planet. Rare, no? Ibang klase, unique. The only planet in our solar system that permits life. So ano nga ba yung mga characteristics na yun kung bakit nakapag-provide ng buhay itong planet Earth natin? Alright? Okay, so before we begin with that discussion of that particular topic, let's play fact or bluff. Okay? So sa comment section na gusto ko interact kayo sa akin. So you will answer fact or bluff after I mention each statements. Okay, sige nga, refresh natin ang mga minds nyo with statement number 1. Statement number 1 says, Earth's atmosphere is primarily composed of oxygen. Is that a fact or a bluff? Again, Earth's atmosphere is primarily composed of oxygen. Sige nga, let's see. Actually, that is a... Alright, tama si Miss Jean. That is a bluff. Okay, bakit bluff, sir? Oxygen, kailangan natin yan. Actually, a large percentage of the Earth's atmosphere is composed of nitrogen. So, 78% nitrogen, 21% oxygen, tapos yung remaining 1% mga other gases. Mamaya explain natin kung bakit mas malaki yung nitrogen sa oxygen. Second statement. Ayan. Maraming nadali dun sa first statement natin. Sige, bawi sa statement number 2. Our planet is named after a Roman god. Sige nga, saan pinangalan ng planeta ng Earth? Sa isang Roman god ba? And I can see some answers. Miss Jenaline, Embreen, bluff. Lynette, bluff. Alright, actually, the correct answer is a bluff. Why? Kasi hindi lahat ng planets sa solar system natin pinangalan sa Roman god. So yung planet natin, nanggaling yung name na Earth sa German word na Erda, which means ground. So ground kasi, more of, we are a terrestrial planet. So a big bulk of our planet is made up of solid rock. Okay, so German word, Erda. Okay, so marami nakatama. Very good. Third statement. The presence of water on Earth allowed the first photosynthetic organisms to thrive. So analyze natin. The presence of water on Earth. So yung pagkakaroon ng water sa Earth daw ba ay nag-allow para mabuhay yung mga first photosynthetic organisms, yung mga bacteria to. Fact or bluff? Okay, Sheila May says fact. Micaela, mag-shout out lang. Hello sa'yo. Fact or bluff, Mr. Harvey? Fact, fact. All right. The correct answer is fact. So organisms, ang mga bacteria na yan, ang tawag sa kanila ay cyanobacteria. As you can see on the screen, ayan, green sila. So, pertaining to their properties or characteristics that they are photosynthetic. Pag sinabi natin photosynthetic, they can perform photosynthesis. At sa photosynthesis, kailangan nila ng sunlight, carbon dioxide, at water. At as yung pinaka-product is, of course, the oxygen. Napakalaki ng role na ginampanan ng mga cyanobacteria. Why? Dahil kung wala sila, ayan, so hindi magkakaroon ng stable na amount ng oxygen sa ating planeta. Gayon, alright? So let's proceed with statement number 4. The water on Earth came from the icy meteors in space. Yan, nakapaisip ba kayo? Saan magaling ang tubig? Kasi laking portion ng Earth, ng crust, di ba? It's made up of water. Around 70% of our planet is made up of seas and oceans and other bodies of water. So, ang sabi, nanggaling daw ba siya sa icy meteors in space? Fact or bluff? I can see some answers. Miss Mayet, Lance, fact. May mga nagbo-bluff. Wow. Sige, tignan natin. Xander, Harlet, Winona. Actually, based sa study ng mga scientists, and it's actually proven na. Proven. Alright, it's a fact. Scientists believe that water came from the icy meteors of the outer regions of the solar system. So if you would recall, ang Earth dati, nung napo-form pa lang siya, very chaotic. Sa puputukan yung mga volcanoes, hindi pa stable yung atmosphere, tapos binobombard tayo ng mga meteors and other space objects. And surprisingly, this meteors actually contains water. Tapos yung water na yun, eventually nag-build up hanggang maging stable, nagkaroon ng water cycle, hanggang ma-form na yung ating mga bodies of water, especially the seas and the ocean. Tandaan na, so based sa pag-aaral, the water content of Earth actually came from space. Yan, dala-dala ng mga meteors. Yan. So, mga bagong learning. So, salamat sa mga sagot. Ayan, mahabol pa sila. Okay, so ano ba yung unique characteristics na sinasabi ni Sir kanina? What makes Earth o planet Earth unique among the other planets in our solar system? Bakit siya lang ang may buhay or nakakapag-provide ng life? This is because of three reasons. Okay, first is the presence of liquid water. Next is we have, or planet Earth, ang ating planeta ay may kakayahang i-maintain ang heat. Mamaya explain ko kung paano yan ha. And then finally, the existence of life-supporting atmosphere. Kasi ibang planeta, class, actually, meron sila atmosphere pero toxic yung gas. Hindi ka mabubuhay. Okay? Or kung meron namang atmosphere, sobrang nipis. Sobrang lamig, sobrang nagpe-penetrate yung sunlight. So, hindi talaga mabubuhay yung mga living organisms. So, tandaan ha, WHA. Alright? WHA, the water, heat, and atmosphere. Okay? Next, ayan. So, kanina na-mention natin si cyanobacteria. And if you would recall, cyanobacteria, sila ang nag-produce mass production ng oxygen hanggang maging, tawag dito, maging stable nga ang atmosphere natin. So, it has plenty of oxygen sa atmosphere. Kaya nga, nag-start mag-flourish yung buhay. So, papakilala ko kayo sa mga structures na tinatawag nating stromatolites. Ito, sa bandang baba ng aking slide, ayan yung mga malalaking bato dyan, tsaka maliliit, ang parang mga fragments of stones. Actually, ayan. So, meron pa rin mga stromatolites ngayon nasa Australia tsaka sa Bahamas. So, they are actually, doon naka-attach yung mga cyanobacteria. Okay? Doon naka-attach, doon nag-thrive. So, you can consider stromatolites as living fossils. Ayan. So, dyan, na-discover ng mga scientists kung bakit nga nag-originate or nag-flourish nga or nag-build up ang oxygen natin sa planeta. And then, scientists believe that water on Earth, kanina, di ba, sa fact or bluff? So, it's a fact, no? Nanggaling siya sa first, water released through volcanism. So, during the time na sobrang galit pa ang Earth sa kanyang sarili, nagpuputukan lang mga volcanoes and all. So, may kasama yung moisture. And a big bulk of water came from the icy meteors of the outer regions of the solar system. Okay? So, may dala-dala siyang water. And, ayan, so sa earth science, may natawag tayong habitable zone. So from the word habitable, so pwedeng tirhan. So if you look at the figure, ayan, so let's imagine this is Venus, our twin planet. So mamaya may question ako tungkol sa Venus. So Venus and the other planets. So tayo ay nasa habitable zone. Ibig sabihin na habitable zone, nasa tamang distance lang tayo. So nilagay tayo ni God sa perfect na region or area called the habitable zone. It's not too hot, it's not too cold. Just right. Okay, tamang timpla, ika nga pag mga mahilig dyan sa kape, tamang timpla ng temperature. Okay? So this allows the earth to hold water in its liquid form. Very important kasi yung presence ng water kasi nga, say for example, yes, may water sa Mars, pero enough ba yung water sa Mars? Or minsan, sa ibang planets, yes, may water, pero frozen naman siya. So, hindi siya makakapag-support ng life. So, kailangan liquid water. Alright? So, shout out muna tayo. Wow, from Cebu. Good afternoon po sa inyo. Sarangani. Ayan, from Novaliches. Quezon City. Ayan po, good afternoon po sa inyo. Earth and Life Science po ang ating session for this period. And next, kanina, water. So, H na tayo, heat. So, ang heat ay nanggagaling sa dalawang sources. We have Earth and the Sun. Okay? So, paano nga ba nangyayari yun? So, inside the Earth, so the heat coming from the Earth is caused by, ito, tandaan ang term na to ha, radiogenic heat. Again, that is radiogenic heat. It comes from the radioactive decay of the materials in the core and mantle. Okay? So, may mga ano dyan, mga metals, kinds of metals, specifically iron, nickel, ayan. So nagkakaroon ng radioactive decay, nagkakaroon ng particular reaction, and it releases a certain kind of heat energy. And then, ang ebidensya nun syempre is, sa surface ng Earth, yun nga, yung pag-erupt ng mga volcanoes. As well as yung paggalaw ng mga plates, alright, or called the plate movement. The second source of heat, of course, syempre alam naman natin that the sun Our main star, yung pinaka-star ng solar system natin, is our main source of energy. So it comes in the form of radiation. So as radiation from the sun enters our planet, some of the heat is trapped by the atmosphere. Sige, tingnan natin dito sa diagram. So ayan. So we have the Earth. Tapos yung another circle represents the atmosphere. Okay? Yung mga arrows na nakikita ninyo, yung iba pumapasok, di ba? Nagpe-penetrate. So, ayan yung kailangan na init ng Earth or ng planeta natin. Well, others, ayan, yung may mga arrows naman palabas, ini-eject dyan. So, kumbaga, nagre-reflect lang papunta sa space. Ito yung mga init na hindi naman kailangan. So, yun ang role ng atmosphere natin. So, ang tawag doon is the greenhouse phenomenon. Okay? So greenhouse phenomenon is needed by plants to carry on photosynthesis. Of course, kung walang sunlight, parang nangyari nung nung time ng mga dinosaurs when we were bombarded by a large meteor or asteroid, di ba? Naapektuhan yung atmosphere, dumilim, na-block yung sunlight. Ang unang naapektuhan yung mga plants. They died, or most of them died, and then naging chain reaction na. Namatay na rin yung mga other organisms na nakadepend uh, sa plants. Alright. Sige, wait lang. Let me just stop the screen. Stop ko lang saglit. Di pala ako nakakam. Ayan, para makita nyo ako. Ayan, so good afternoon po ulit. Earth and Life Science na po tayo, guys. Alright, let me share my screen again. Sabi ng anak ko, Daddy, hindi ka naka-on ka. Ayan. Sige, commercial break tayo, guys. Greenhouse phenomenon, so very important, photosynthesis. Kailangan na kailangan ng mga plants. They provide us with oxygen. Ayan, so let's have a review. Okay, so WHA, so the unique characteristics, of course, presence ng liquid water, our planet's ability to maintain heat, and of course, the existence of life supporting atmosphere. Tandaan yan ha, WHA. Okay, shout out daw. Ayan, Potrero National High School. Ayan, good afternoon sa inyo. Okay, so objective number 2 is about the Earth's subsystems. So we are now on objective number 2. So ano ba yung mga subsystems na tinatawag na yan, Sir Tony? Alright, so if you can see, our planet is, we can say that it is a complex system. So hindi lang naman siya simple na ganyan. So it took millions of years para maging structured siya, maging stable siya, tulad ng sinasabi ko kanina, maging stable yung mga continents, yung mga oceans natin, yung atmosphere na nagsusurround sa planet Earth. It took millions of years. Okay, so because of that, naging complex yung structure pero organized. Okay, so our planet is made up of complex system and is made up of further smaller systems through which matter and energy are continuously cycled. And energy and matter flow through the Earth's spheres. Sige nga, tingnan natin. Ano yung apat na sphere na yun kaya? Alright. So you can see the 4 quadrants here. So ito, first, yung mga trees, mga plants. You also have the seas, volcanism again. Okay, wait. Wait lang po, technical difficulties. Hindi po naka-share screen. Thank you for informing. Bakit hindi siya naka-share screen? Wait. Share screen natin. Ayan. Alright. Can you see the screen now? Ayaw po mag-share ng screen natin. Hindi pa po. Alright, wait. Pa-help po. Share screen. Wait. Ayan po. Visible na po ba yung screen natin? What is happening to the world? Sige, namnamin natin. Ayan. Ayan, waiting. Alright, there you have it. Thank you so much po. Ayan po, sa mga nag-inform sa akin. Alright na. Okay na po ang screen natin. So, we're talking about the Earth subsystems. Ayan. So, we have the 4 quadrants. Can you guess the name of the different subsystems natin? Ayan. So, sige. Okay. So, we have the biosphere, hydro, geo, and then the atmosphere. So, the word bio means, of course, life. Hydro means water. Geo means earth. And then atmosphere pertains to the airs blanketing our planet. So, tignan natin sila or discuss natin sila isa-isa. So, let's begin with atmosphere. So, it is the gaseous layer above the Earth's surface, primarily composed. Ito yung tinanong natin sa fact or bluff kanina, no? So, we have nitrogen is 78% and oxygen is 21%. So, 21% ng oxygen ginagamit yan ng mga living organisms just like us. And the remaining 78%, syempre, kailangan yan para maging stable nga yung atmosphere natin. And it's being used by plants. So very important yan sa mga plants. So nitrogen gas na yan. So the atmosphere plays a very important role in supporting life. It regulates our climate. Diba? Ba't mainit, ba't malamig? Ganyan. So sa atmosphere din, of course, very responsible yan sa mga weather systems natin. And very important, of course, the atmosphere acts as a blanket, para siyang kumot na nagre-retain ng heat. Di ba? Pag nilalamig tayo, nagkukumot tayo. And then it also acts as a filter. Bakit filter? Ang filter naman para siyang shield na nag-filter ng enough sunlight lang dapat yung pumapasok sa atmosphere natin. So para maprotektahan tayo sa solar radiation during daytime. Alright? Okay. So that is atmosphere. Next one is biosphere. So the biosphere is the zone of the earth where all forms of life exist. Okay, so the clue word natin dyan, ecosystem. And if you can see in our figure, ayan, so parang may pie graph tayo dito ng mga living organisms, including us. So malaking portion ng planeta natin, alam niyo ba, ang pinakamadami ay mga insects with around 751,000 known species. So hindi pa kasama dyan yung mga hindi na-discover. Followed by other animals, plants, fungi, and other simple organisms. Okay? Next, we have geosphere or the solid part of the earth, crust, mantle, and then the core. And of course, hydrosphere, very important. Kanina ko kami na-mention, di ba? So water, sabi nga, water is life. Kapag walang water, it would be impossible or sobrang maliit lang yung chance para mag-exist in life. So hydrosphere pertains to the water part of the earth. Take note of this, So ang hydrosphere, that's ocean, continents. Why continents, sir? Kasi some of the continents may mga bodies of water yan. Okay, just like lake, di ba? Surrounded yun ng landforms. You also have glaciers. As you can see in the picture, mga glaciers natin yung mga solid or frozen part ng hydrosphere. So it also plays an important role para maging stable ang ating planeta. And of course, sir, bakit may atmosphere dito? Yes. Kasi ang atmosphere natin, it also contains minimal amount of water. So may moisture content yan. And it says here that oceans cover 70% of the Earth. Ayan. So paano nga ba nag-flow? Ano yung interaction ng mga subsystems natin? Alright? So energy flows through the atmosphere mostly by convection. Okay? So pag sinabi natin convection sa science, this is the flow or transfer of energy from liquids and gases. Okay? So how does matter and energy flow across the 4 subsystems of the Earth? As you can see in our diagram, konektado yung apat na yan. Okay? Say, for example, in general, the atmosphere provides the geosphere with heat and energy needed for rock breakdown and erosion. The biosphere naman receives gases, heat, and sunlight in the form of energy from the atmosphere. Okay? And then it receives water from the hydrosphere, it's a water cycle, and a living medium for the geosphere. Alright? So ganun ka, nag-interplay yung mga subsystems natin. Okay? And we are now on our last objective, which is the rock-forming minerals. So bakit ba natin inaaral itong mga minerals na to sa earth science? So these are very important because if we don't have knowledge of minerals, hindi natin malalaman ang mga different types of rocks, the igneous, sedimentary, at saka metamorphic rocks. And rocks, of course, meron niyang pakinabang sa geosphere natin, and we also use rocks in our everyday lives. Ayan. So ano nga ba, sir, yung minerals? Iba yung minerals na baka inisip nyo mineral water or yung minerals na nasa katawan natin. So when we say minerals, ito yung mga building blocks of rocks. So sa madaling salita, ang mga rocks ay gawa sa specific kind or specific kinds of minerals. Pwede kasing isang type lang or a combination of types. Okay? Kapag ikaw ay nag-aaral ng mga minerals, you are called a mineralogist. And if mineralogists use a set of criteria to determine whether a material is classified as a mineral or not. Ayan, so let's take a look at the different rock-forming minerals, characteristics nila. Of course, number one, dapat naturally occurring. Matatagpuan yan naturally sa Earth. Second one, it should be inorganic. Ibig sabihin, hindi siya gawa sa carbon or other life-related entities. It must be product of Earth's physical processes like erosion, ganyan. Next, it should be homogeneous solid. So, solid ba? Mga minerals, yes. Should have definite volume at saka may rigid na shape. Mamaya, I'll give you pictures of different minerals natin. Ayan. Of course, characteristic number 4, it has definite chemical composition represented by a chemical formula. Mamaya, makita nyo yung mga chemical formulas ng mga rock-forming minerals. And then finally, we have, they should have orderly crystalline structure. So they are crystallized in form. The atoms of the minerals are arranged, may pattern. Pag titingnan siya sa high-end na mga microscope, ang mga atoms na ay naka-arrange in crystalline form. Okay? So again, naturally occurring, inorganic, homogeneous solid. It's made up of, it has a definite chemical composition and it should have crystalline structure. Tanda na, 5 characteristics ng minerals. Ayan, kapag nasa classroom tayo, your teachers can provide you a set of this. Ayan, so nakakamiss magturo sa klase. So we have here in the school, so mga schools nyo rin, syempre may mga ganyan. May mga sets tayo ng minerals, saka mga rock samples. Tapos we investigate and observe them using magnifying glasses, tapos i-jot down natin yung mga observations, ma-amaze ka kung paano siya nag-sparkle, and other characteristics. Let's have the different common light-colored rock-forming minerals. So, dalawang categories naman ito papakita ko. Light-colored at dark-colored. So, bilisan lang natin. First is the feldspar. Tandaan, feldspar is the most common mineral na matatagpuan sa Earth's crust. Okay? Yung kaninang sinabi ko, di ba, meron dapat siyang definite na chemical composition or chemical formula. Ayan. So, yung formula dyan na makikita nyo will tell you kung anong mga elements present or meron doon sa particular mineral. Let's say, for example, this one. So, K is potassium, Al is aluminum, Si is silicon. Usually, ito yung mga elements na makikita sa crust natin, sa Earth's crust. Okay? So, feldspar. We also have quartz. Nakikita naman kayo ng quartz. Ayan. Sobrang puputi. It's made up of silicon and oxygen. We also have muscovite. I remember muscovite is parang sobrang nipis siya na nahihiwa siya into very thin films. We also have carbonates na gawa sa calcium, carbon, oxygen, magnesium, and other elements. We also have aluminum silicates. Okay. And those are the light. We have the dark-colored rock-forming minerals this time. We have olivine. So from the word olive, yes, olive green ng kanyang color. Si olivine naman, kanina si feldspar, di ba, pinakamarami sa crust. Si olivine naman ang pinaka-abundant mineral sa mantle. Oh, imagine that, no? So feldspar sa crust, olivine sa mantle. Si olivine ay pwedeng gawa sa magnesium, iron, at silicon, and then oxygen. We also have pyroxenes. We also have amphiboles. And we also have biotite. Yan. And lastly, we have garnet. Ayan, garnet. So may red, tsaka may parang dark brown na, or light brown na garnet. Ito pa pala last. We have magnetite. Ayan, yung mga magnetic minerals natin. And then hematite. So parang siyang blood na ano, na may bloody color siya. Ayan. So those are some of the rock-forming minerals na pwede nyo ma-encounter kapag if you visit some websites. No, if you are very interested, you can go to geology.com. So they have plenty of resource materials for that. Kung very interested kayo. If you want to be a geologist someday, di ba? Ayan, so quiz time na tayo. Ayan, so gisingin natin ang inyong mga brain cells. Ayan, so sana umabot tayo sa time. So tingnan natin kung nakinig ang ating mga live audiences, mga viewers natin. So I hope you're all doing well. We have viewers from Cebu, from Caloocan City. We also have from Mandaue. Wow, good afternoon po sa inyong lahat. So we are now on the Q3 Week 1 of Earth and Life Science. Quiz time! Alright, so multiple choice lang naman ito. Then tell me the answer sa ating comment box. So sa comment section. Question number 1. What makes planet Earth different from the other planets in our solar system? A, it supports life. B, it is mostly covered in water. C, the atmosphere holds gases. Or D, all of the above. Ano nga? Isip-isip. So what makes planet Earth different from the other planets in our solar system? Okay, may sumasagot na po. Kathleen, nice try. All right. Miss Grace, D. Mel, D. All right. The correct answer is letter D, all of the above. Okay, because may light, may water, at saka may atmosphere na nakakapag-support ng buhay. All right, good job. Most of you got it correctly, letter D. Question number 2. What makes planet Earth a house for living organisms? Tahanan para sa ating mga living organisms. A, it has comfortable distance from the sun. Tama ba yung distance? B, the atmosphere serves as shields from the sun. Sinishield ba tayo ng atmosphere? Or letter C, A lang ba? Or letter D, both A and B? Aba? Okay. Joshua, Marlene, Anton, Angelo, Zyril says letter D. See if they are correct. All right, very good. So the correct answer is D. So yung reason, of course, is yung choice A at saka B. Habitable zone, saka yung atmosphere. Question number 3. Ayan, sa mga senior high school learners natin, meron tayong mga type of questions like this. So my question says, Earth can support the survival of organisms. What is or are the factors that make or makes Earth habitable? So, may mga Roman numeral na pinapresent. Yeah, so atmosphere, energy, temperature, nutrient, and then, ayan. So, mamimili kayo dyan. 1 only, 1 and 2 only, 1, 2, and 3 only, and then letter D, 1, lahat ng choices. Okay, mukhang alam mo, nakinig ah. The correct answer is letter D. All right. Very good. Sige, question number 4. Kanina, sinabi ko sa Venus. Yan. What many studies have shown similarities of Earth and Venus. Actually, Venus is our twin planet, no? So bakit kaya siya tinawag na twin planet for Venus? Okay. I can see answers. Letter D, Kalel, Christine, Jeneline. Is that the correct answer? Actually, the correct answer is B. Earth and Venus have the same diameter. So, kung in terms of the size, yung pinaka-circumference niya, Venus is our twin planet. Okay? Question number 5. Sige nga. Question number 5. What is the reason why every living thing on Earth has the chance of survival? So medyo tricky itong question na to. So tingnan mabuti ang mga choices. A, Earth is covered with 65% of water. B, Earth's thick atmosphere consists mainly of carbon dioxide. C. Earth has active volcanoes similar with those that are found in Venus. Or D. Earth has ozone layer to protect living organisms from harmful radiation. Sige nga po. We have mga senior high school watching from Malinaw National High School. Hello po, good afternoon. Naku, nag-iba ng mga sagot. Sige nga, may A, may D. Actually, the correct answer is D. Okay. It has ozone layer that protects us living organisms from harmful radiation. Mali yung A kasi 65 lang. Mali yung B kasi it should be nitrogen, hindi carbon dioxide. Okay. The same with letter C, yung mga active volcanoes. Number 6. Which subsystem suits the statement global ecological system interacting with each other? Yan. Global ecological system. You have the clue already. Ecology, ecosystem. The correct answer is letter A, biosphere. Bilisan lang natin ng konti. Number 7, what subsystem will network with biosphere? Sino makipagtulungan kay biosphere para take place, mangyari ang photosynthesis. So, sinong kaagapay, sinong ka-interact ni biosphere para magpatuloy ang photosynthesis ng mga plants. Okay, A ba? Okay. Or most of you are answering A. Okay, the correct answer is A, atmosphere. Of course. So, sinisala niya ang enough sunlight lang na mag-penetrate sa ating Earth or sa ating planet. Question number 8. What is an example of a connection between atmosphere and geosphere? Sige nga, tingnan natin. Ito naman, connection between atmosphere and geosphere. Joshua says A. A ba? Water. Tandaan na, atmosphere and geosphere. Mountains ba? Again, atmosphere and geosphere tayo. Naku, ayun, may nakatama na. Cassandra, Kalel, Michelle, all of you are all correct. Letter D, volcanic eruption releases gas. Okay, so yung gas na yan, pupunta sa atmosphere. Of course, the volcanoes are found in the geosphere. Question number 9. Which among the choices is an example of connection naman between atmosphere and hydrosphere? Sige nga, analyze natin. Lakes, rain, rivers, rocks. Ay na pa ako nagsasabi, di ba? Water cycle, ganyan. Atmosphere, tsaka hydrosphere. Alright? Okay, Angelo says B. Okay, the correct answer is B, rain, because of water cycle, di ba? So it's an interplay between the hydrosphere and the hydrosphere. And then finally, among these choices, which clearly gives an example of connection between hydrosphere and the geosphere? Boats transporting goods, fish swimming in water, water evaporating to make clouds, and waves eroding rocks on the beach. Tandaan, hydro tsaka geosphere. Sige nga, analyze natin mabuti. Wala pa nakatama. Bakit puro B? Fish swimming in the water. Ayun, may nakatama na. Christine says D. Kalel. Ay, hindi pala. Cassandra, letter D. Alright. The correct answer is letter D. So, waves, so hydro, tsaka yung mga bodies of rock formations natin sa beach, di ba, minsan? So, it represents geosphere. So, the correct answer is waves eroding rocks on beach. Alright. So, salamat sa mga nakasagot. And to finally end our session, kilala niyo ba si Yuri Gagarin? So, si Yuri Gagarin ay isang cosmonaut. So, iba yung astronaut, no? Pag astronaut sa USA, pag cosmonaut sa Russia. Okay? So, si Yuri Gagarin is a Russian cosmonaut. Ang sabi niya, so it's actually, he's the first man to travel in space. So, nakita niya sa outer space, ano itsura ng planet Earth. Ang sabi niya, orbiting Earth in the spaceship, I saw how beautiful our planet is. So, people, let us preserve and increase this beauty, not destroy it. Tandaan niyang sinabi na ni Yuri Gagarin. So it's all our responsibility to make our planet sustainable at magtatagal pa siya, hindi siya madedestroy in the next generations to come. So thank you very much for joining me. So this is Earth and Life Science for Senior High School. I'm Teacher Tony or Shooter Tony. You can follow me on Facebook and on YouTube. And if you have questions po, you may message the DepEd Edtech unit at edtech at deped.gov.ph. I hope to see you all once again next week sa ating mga sessions. So maraming salamat po sa ating sa inyong pagsuporta sa ating DepEd online tutorials. Up next is Shooter Cat for Media and Information Literacy. So this has been Sir Tony. See you all next week. Bye-bye!
Sigurado ako na marami ka na namang natutuhan sa ating ETUlay tutorial session ngayong araw. Tandaan, ito ay hindi lamang para sa ating mga mag-aaral, kundi pati rin sa ating mga minamahal na guro at mga magulang na kaagapay natin para maituloy ang pagkatuto sa kabila ng nararanasang pandemya. Patuloy ding sumubaybay sa DepEd TV para sa mga araling ginawang video episodes. Mapapanood ito mula Lunes hanggang Sabado, alas 7 ng umaga hanggang alas 7 ng gabi sa inyong mga telebisyon. Abangan bukas mula 1:00 ng tanghali ang iba pang aralin sa ating ETUlay free online tutorial session sa English. I-like and subscribe at manatiling nakasubaybay sa ating ETUlay tutorial session sa DepEd Edtech Unit FB page at Educational Technology Unit channel sa YouTube at sa DepEd Tayo at DepEd Philippines social media accounts. Paalam!